So I was supposed to be in Disney World in just a little bit under 2 weeks, but as you can see by my countdown here, that time has extended quite substantially. Since case numbers really have not improved at all, and it's definitely not super safe to be at a very crowded theme park at this time, we have decided to reschedule and move back our Disney World trip to the very beginning of May. So, there's like some pros and cons to this because obviously we had like everything all set up and scheduled and planned, all our park reservations, all our dining reservations. So that now will have to be all redone. We had been scheduled to do a split stay at Copper Creek at Wilderness Lodge and then also Old Key West because my dad got a really good deal on DVC rental points, and those were actually the very first two resorts I stayed at Disney in the 90s, so it would have been a really fun throwback. But unfortunately for the beginning of May, there was no availability there or any other place that had good DVC rental point deals. So we will now be doing a split stay at Caribbean Beach and Coronado Springs, which I am super duper excited about because I have never been to either of those resorts. And I'm also really excited to be able to stay at a Skyliner resort. So the original plans would have been like a fun throwback to resorts that I haven't been to in like 20 plus years, but now this is something completely and totally new. Also, with our February trip, we were going to be there during Epcot's Festival of the Arts, which would have been the first time I've experienced that. I became a little bit less excited for it when I saw the food menus came out and like almost nothing was marked as gluten-free friendly, even though it seemed like a lot of stuff should have been. There supposedly seemed to be maybe like supply chain issues with that and like what may or may not actually be gluten-free, but like it's a big deal if there's like one entree item that I could eat. But I really would have liked to be able to see all the actual art, all the artists, all the performing arts. But instead, now that we're going in May, we'll be able to experience the Flower and Garden Festival, which I don't like have actual memories of being at Disney during like any of the Epcot festivals, so I'll be excited to kind of experience Flower and Garden in its full form, see all the pretty topiary displays, and hopefully there is a lot more Emily-friendly food options there. Also, another plus of having to move our trip back is that Expedition Everest is currently down for refurb for months, and when I saw the news, I was like, no, because we haven't been to Animal Kingdom since 2009, so it has been so long since I've ridden it. It's one of my absolute favorite rides there. It is such an amazing coaster. So if we had our original plans in February, we wouldn't have been able to ride that at all. Also, Splash Mountain is closed for its winter refurb and should have been reopening back on like our last park reservation day, which we were already totally set for Epcot. And who knows if it actually would have reopened that day. So in May, I can ride both Expedition Everest and Splash Mountain to my heart's content. So really the only kind of like bummer is like now waiting a whole bunch more time, but hopefully in this wait things will get better. It will be much safer to travel and, be amongst larger crowds, especially for my dad who's in his early 70s and have other health conditions. His doctor definitely advised don't fly to any places that are extra crowded. And Disney World these days seems to always be crowded. But because we pulled the plug and canceled our February trip like so close to when we were going to be going, I already have a lot of things prepared and ready, including my full cart of ears that I have made for myself and have planned to bring. Also, all of my Loungefly bags I had set and planned out. Just to kind of like keep the excitement growing for me now, I wanted to share all of the ears that I now will be planning to bring in May that I had set for February. So because I've already had this stuff like, out and ready to go, I figured I'd share it now. Start off with the ears that I am currently wearing. These are some pretty cute, simple fabric ears. I made these using printed fabric. This is a design from a button-down shirt that they have at Disney World and on Shop Disney. I put that in a Word document and printed it out. So I thought these were just a really cool, nice simple ears with a print for the 50th. Kind of one of the only also like non-food related ears I've made too. Next up, I have my Walt Disney World 50th anniversary cake ears. So I figured out how to make realistic cake ears a few months back and I've been having so much fun with that. This isn't modeled after any real cake, it's just kind of using the colors of the 50th celebration. We've got nonpareil sprinkles all on the sides. You can see the back of the ears, and then this is piped fake icing that I painted gold. So I was planning to wear this at like Magic Kingdom. Then I have this pair of Mickey's Premium Bars 50th anniversary ears. These are inspired by the dipped premium bars that they have available at Animal Kingdom. So the ears are covered in a sprinkle mix that's designed to kind of exactly mimic the sprinkle mix that they have for the treats for the 50th. I got my classic bite taken out there on the premium bars, and I have a gold bow on this because it kind of works really well for all the 50th stuff. Then these are the newest ears that I just made, and these are the last pair that I have that is like 50th anniversary specific, and these are the 50th anniversary macaron ears. So there are a number of resorts that have these 50th anniversary macarons, and since I figured out how to make macaron ears a while ago, I knew I had to do that for this. So the macarons have a blue side and then a purple side, and then it's kind of like a dark purple filling in between. And then I have the 50th castle logo on each side. I had to hand paint this because I don't have a Cricut or any easy way to do that, but it actually came out looking pretty good. And then I have a fun double layered bow with a really pretty purple to blue shift. Then I have another pair of macaron ears, and these are my Mandalorian space macarons. So these are modeled after the macaron-like cookies that little baby Grogu eats in the one episode of The Mandalorian. I have turned these into like the actual full macarons, so I think these are so cute. I love the silvery sparkly bow with this. And then I also found this t-shirt at Box Lunch that I just got in the mail that I'm going to pair with this, and it'll be a space macaron-tastic outfit. I've also decided to bring along this pair of baby Grogu ears that I actually made quite a while back. So I made a video tutorial about how to make these DIY no-sew Baby Yoda ears. These ears, again, are using printed fabric, and I just print that directly out of my regular inkjet printer. We, of course, have to have the cute sippy soupy moment on there, and then on the back is actually the same fabric as the bow of the macaron ears. I think this works really nice to kind of like mimic Mando's armor. I love the Mandalorian and Grogu, so since I had these pairs already made, I figured it would be nice to bring along. Then getting into some of my more classic ears that I've set to bring along, I of course have my churros. So these churros, the rings itself are my original ears, but I actually just had to sew them onto a new headband because I had tried to stretch my original one way too far and I cracked the plastic. But you'd never know that these actual ears were transplanted on there. Got my nice sparkly white bow on it, and I am so excited to try the gluten-free churros at Nomad Lounge at Animal Kingdom. Then next up, we have a pair of my Mickey beignet ears. The beignets, along with the churros, are definitely my best sellers of ears. These have kind of like the realistic powdered sugar texture on it, classic red and white polka dot bow, and I believe they have gluten-free, allergy-friendly beignets available at Port Orleans French Quarter, so I will for sure be partaking in those if those do indeed exist. Then I have a pair of my Rice Krispie Treat mini ears. This is a brand new pair that I just made for myself because I only had my very original prototype, and prototypes often don't turn out like looking the best because I'm kind of figuring out how to make them and what to do. So these are all pretty and up to snuff. You've got my custom Rice Krispie printed fabric, you got the fake nonpareils on there, but this at least I was able to harvest and use the headband from my original pair. So if ever I like deconstruct ears and try and make them, I'll at least like, you know, try and save like the fiberfill from the original ears or like the original headband if I can, so things aren't just like totally wasted. Then although I am bringing along my 50th anniversary premium bar ears, I wanted to bring along some classics as well. This is just the classic standard premium bar. It's got the little bite taken out there, red and white striped bow on it. So just a cute classic. And then lastly, I also have my Dole Whip ears. So I've got my Dole Whip ears here with a little cherry garnish. And then this is my original bow fabric, which has been like gone from Joann's and like not existing for so long, and it's so frustrating because I have like I have a replacement that kind of works, but nothing is as good as this. And now that we're staying at Caribbean Beach, this will be kind of like fun and tropical to wear for there. The other pair of ears that I might do and put together are a remake of my ice cream sundae ears. I did like take those apart and like save the fiberfill because I want to redo them, you know, I can improve them, make them look better, even better construction for myself. Now also this is like quite a lot of pairs of ears, but because my mom's gonna be there, my mom also really likes to wear my ears when we're in the park, you know, to kind of show off and advertise my work. So obviously this is more ears than can be worn if you're just gonna like wear one per day, but it'll usually be both myself and my mom wearing a pair of ears, so I have a good selection that she can also choose from. And then lastly, I wanted to share like the bags. I've already had the kind of of like set and planned and ready to go. So for the flight, I have planned on bringing my like Disney Parks food bag. I got this when I was at Disneyland last time. You know, obviously it called my name, but it's a super low quality backpack. Like, you don't want to use this for anything, you know, daily. It's just definitely not going to hold up over time. So it's better for, you know, kind of, you know, isolated trips. So I think that this will be good to bring as like my carry-on backpack on the plane. It does have a laptop sleeve inside, so I can put my laptop. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of the Loungefly bags I'm taking inside of here, because a Loungefly for me is definitely not big enough for a plane carry-on. I definitely want to bring, you know, a laptop in there, and that's not fitting in Loungefly, and you know, a whole bunch of other snacks and whatnot. So at least finally be able to use this. And then I have a Loungefly bag planned for each park. So for Magic Kingdom, I'm going to be taking this Cinderella and Cinderella Castle Loungefly. This is from their Princess Castle collection, and this is by far my absolute favorite, and I think it just works so perfectly for Magic Kingdom. You've got the castle applique in the front, and then the carriage down here. This here is a zippered pocket, although it's a little difficult to reach. On the back, you have this really pretty transformation of Cinderella in her dress with "A dream is a wish your heart makes." There are no side pockets on this one, but thankfully there is a zippered interior pocket. It's always hard to show the lining print of this, but this is some more of the castle print. And then I'm really excited about this here, which I found on Etsy. This is a mouse ear holder. So one of my kind of biggest complaints with Loungefly is that they're just not quite big enough for a park bag for me, mainly because there's really no place to like put your ears, which you often have to like take on and off when you're riding attractions. But there's tons of these things available on Etsy that are designed to clip onto your bag, and they hold your ears. So just to demonstrate, there's a little clasp here. Then you just put the ears like this, and then you button the clasp, and now it can hold your ears perfectly. So that really solved my problem of like Loungefly bags being too small. This is a great way to hold ears. Like I said, there's tons of these available on Etsy. I got one that's kind of like a small world pattern so that it can be a little bit subtle, go with all bags, but still be Disney. Then next for Hollywood Studios, I am bringing along my little baby Grogu bag. So you know that of course is going to be worn with my macaron or my baby Yoda ears. This again just has the one zip pocket in the front, although this is kind of very tiny, no pockets on the sides. But this one again does have the zip pocket on the inside. Cute little like chibi style baby Yoda in there. And so this is a bag that I don't really use ever on the daily because it's a little louder than the standard Loungefly, kind of like all over prints that I just kind of use as everyday bags. So that's why this is perfect for Disney. And I did end up getting it because I got it on sale for $50, which that I feel like is a good price for Loungefly and something that I'm happy to pay for. So we'll have Baby Yoda in Hollywood Studios. Then for Epcot, I have my Loungefly exclusive mini cupcake bag. I love this bag. Obviously, it fits all like the sweets and snacks aesthetic, and it does work for Epcot because of all of the food festivals. This worked like maybe a little bit better for Festival of the Arts because it's kind of like extra bright and vibrant, but you know, Flower and Garden will make it work too. It's got a button pouch in the front here. At least like nothing on the side there. But I really like this because of the cupcake shape. It is bigger than most traditional Loungefly backpacks. It does have the zippered pouch inside. Cute little sprinkle print in there. So I think this will be really fun to use and wear. And then lastly for Animal Kingdom, I have my Yzma Kitty Squirrel Scout backpack. Everybody who knows me knows I love Emperor's New Groove, I love Yzma, and I love Yzma in her kitty cat form. So I had found this on eBay for a really good deal. Pretty sure it was like shipped decently under retail price, and so I was like, yeah, I gotta go for it. This is like absolutely perfect. So this is done in like more of the traditional Loungefly construction where you have this much larger zipped pocket in the front. It does have pockets on the side, and what's so cute is on the back it even has her tail, and this is removable, which is super cute. And then it says a little squeak in there. And then nicely inside this also does have a zipper pocket and then a little squeak print. So those were all of the ears and bags that I had packed for my February Disney World trip that is now being moved to the very first week of May. This means a little longer to wait, but that just means maybe more time to even plan and make even more ears, come up with like other shirts and outfits. But I'm of course extremely excited to go. It's now been over a full decade since I've been to Walt Disney World, so truly like everything is going to be new and it's going to be so awesome to experience it with my family. But thanks for watching!